Okay, so in this episode, we're gonna cover how to make a Scratch profile, and then we're going to learn how to create a new project, and we're gonna learn a little bit of coding. So first of all, how do we make an account? So you need to, first you need to go on the website, scratch.mit.edu. It is totally free, and you just click Join Scratch. Now you make a username. I don't know what I'll name mine. Apple23567. Yeah, okay. There. And now you make a password. Let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is my password. Now you need to type it again. Next. Now you need to select your country, your date of birth, and so let's say I was born January 2003. That's not true. And then your gender, and then your parents' email, and then you just need to create your account, and you will be into Scratch. And I already have my account, as you know. And you should either go into something like this or something like this, but empty. So either way, on this bar on the top, what you want to do is click the Create button. Or you can go to this thing right up there and click on New Project. But you just click Create, and you wait for it to load up. So this is the Scratch interface. So let's go over this. So on the top over here, we have where you can name your projects. Let's name it Test. Okay? And then you have a project page where if you make something, you can add instructions and notes and credits. And then you can also share your project. And then you have a sprite here. What a sprite is it's basically like an object that you use in your game or your animation or like whatever you want to make. And you can name your sprite here. You can do the coordinates, which we will go over later. You can set the size over here and the direction it's pointing. And yeah, and then you can delete your sprites and get new sprites from here. And then there's the background over here. You just need to click on this and you get background. And then you have your workspace over here, this empty space right here. So these are all tabs. These are like all the blocks you can use. And as you can see, you can drag them out here. You can, with these two buttons, you can zoom in, zoom out, and then this equal will set it back to normal. And you can actually, you can connect the blocks, but they only do something when you click on them, and they don't do anything when it starts. So why is that? So first we need to go over the events. So as you can see on the tabs over here, there's this events tab. It's the 4th tab down. And if you click on it, you get a bunch of these blocks. So right now we're only going to be focusing on the when flag clicked. So the when flag clicked is just that when this green flag is clicked, and the green flag means when the project starts. You click on the green flag to start the project. And then we're also going to be learning about the motions tab today. So let me go over the blocks. So first there's this move 10 steps. And as you can see, if you click on it, the cat moves 10 steps. And then there is a turn. As you can see, the cat is turning, and it will turn when you click on the block. And then there is a turn but the other way. And you can set the direction to 90 means like straight. And let me get rid of all this. And then there's a go-to. So what this go-to is, it always goes to a random position. So let's just connect this up to the green flag. So now when you click the green flag, every time the cat should go to a random position. And then you can drag it. And then there is a go to X and Y. And you don't have to do this, but I'm dragging out a coordinate grid to explain coordinates here in Scratch. So as you can see, X is 0 and Y is 0. That is the middle of the screen. So if you do go to 0, 0, X 0 and Y 0, it's gonna go to the middle of the screen. And then the very left-hand side of the screen is -240. X is -240, and Y is 0. And then the very right-hand side is the same exact thing, but no negative sign. So as you can see, and then the Y, if you want to make it go to the top middle of the screen, the X should be 0, and the Y should be 180. And then if you want to make it go to the bottom, then -180. So those are coordinates, and of course you can pull this up by going to this backdrops right here and choose a backdrop and scroll all the way down to this XY grid. And there's a bunch of other ones that you could choose. This is all, but there's also fantasy, music, sports, outdoors, indoors. And let's just have concert. So this is the backdrop I'm going to be using throughout the series. I might change it. And there's this glide. So what this glide is that it moves. I'm making it go to a random position, but glide means it just moves to a random position, but like smoothly, as you can see. And this is pretty cool. Yep. And then there's a glide 1 second to the coordinates. And one thing about Scratch is that if you see on the left-hand side here, this go-to is 177 and 18. As soon as I move this and let go, the coordinates update. So that's a good thing. Let's say you want the cat to move from here to there. So once I clicked, we wanted him to go right here, so the coordinates are already updated. And now we can just move it where we want it to go to and drag this, and the coordinates update. So see, the cat always starts from there and goes to there. And if you don't want the cat and you want something else, you just need to click on the choose the sprite, and they have a bunch of things. They have animals, they have people, fantasy, dance, music, sports, food, fashion, and letters. And I just added I guess. So yeah, and then there's a point in direction 90 and 90, and then you can basically pick any direction, like -30. There we go. It's pointing in direction -30. So you get point 90. Drag it out here. Now there is a point towards mouse pointer. So when it starts, as you can see, it really does nothing. But it will do something when we get into the loops, which will be later on in the series, so be sure to stick around. And you can actually make it point towards the mouse pointer. And then change X by 10. It's going to change the X, and then you can change the Y by 10. And you can also do -10 to make it go downwards, and -10 for the X to make it go to the left. Yep. Oh. Let me just get it once I clicked. Alright. Oh. And then we have a set X. So we can basically set the X to whatever we want, like 45. It's gonna go to X45, X23, and then the same thing with the Y. And then the if on edge bounce would mean like when we are making programs like maybe a simple game or like a Pong game, if it touches the edge, then we want it to bounce back, and that is what this block is for. And then set rotation style to left and right. Well, we'll get into this later, and all three of these later. But so you can do a lot of pretty cool things with this, like one flag clicked, go to random position, then glide to random position, and then move 10 steps. Complete. Go to random position and it glides to random position. And then go to random position and then just duplicate this forever. And as you can see, we're having to duplicate this a whole lot. Oh my god. There, now it's just gonna go to random positions. And if you don't know how to duplicate it, it's just right click and there's a duplicate button, or you can just click and press Control C, and then you can duplicate the script as many times as you want. And the thing is, you can actually have more than one sprites on the screen. So if I get a banana here, oh, okay, I know something that's really cool. I'm gonna like just make something. And so what you can do is you can take your block or a script and you can drag it to another sprite, and it's gonna automatically copy it to the other sprite, as you can see. And I'm just gonna make the banana go right there. And then I'm gonna make the cat go right there and point in direction 90. And then glide to bananas. And there's a drop down menu. And so as you can see, now it's just running to the bananas. Hooray. So that is it for this video. And that is the motions tab, which is pretty cool. And be sure to check out my channel, Game Developer 1234. And I also give a bunch of cool Scratch tutorials over there. So yeah. And be sure to check that out and subscribe. So bye.